So is it rude to ask people to take their shoes off when they come over to your house?
I don't think so.
You do that?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we try to do it in a polite way. We don't enforce it. We're not like, hey, take your shoes off or get out. It's more like we set the trend. So they see the shoes at the door.
Basket by the
right,
door. Mm-hmm.
And they notice that everybody else is taking their shoes off. And so hopefully they'll do the same because, come on, Amanda, you're walking around the streets in your shoes.
I'm not walking the streets. What are you talking about?
Well, you're walking around, even here in our office, there's a lot of germs on the floor.
I work on a farm. I mean, I go like from
Actually,
my car,
I think a farm would be much cleaner than the streets of Sacramento.
I just like walk through the parking lot.
Exactly.
But
think about how dirty the parking lot is. Even just walking to your car and what's getting on your shoes. There's a lot of germs. And in the era that we're in right now where we're more
germ obsessed.
Exactly. We're washing our hands more and we're doing all of these things to try to be more hygienic. It seems natural that, hey, take your shoes off when you come into a house.
I don't like it. I know that a lot of us are getting back together. We're having parties. Yeah, I saw that party supplies, you can be all right there. Party supplies have gone up in sales, like a 50% increase in sales. Everyone's ready to party. But I feel like if I go to somebody's house for a party, it's a special event.
Or a barbecue, cookout,
yeah. That I feel like it is rude for them to ask me to mess up my outfit by taking off my shoes.
Because the shoes are a big part of the outfit, right?
Like I worked hard. Like you invited me to a special event. I put on a nice costume. Okay. Now that, I put it together. The shoes are a part of it. And some outfits, it's completely ruined.
Right.
If you can't wear the shoes.
So for your sake, to help Amanda,
care about
maybe when you invite Amanda to a party, you got to send out, kind of like when you say, hey, at this party, we're going to ask people to wear masks. At this event, at this cookout, we're going to require you to take your shoes off. So maybe you wear some designer socks or something like that that go with your outfit.
I really like this. That's a nice thing. Or make sure you have a fresh pedicure. Like what if you go to a party and they're asking you to take your shoes off and you're like, no, my toes are all messed up right now. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah. So we're curious, what do you guys do? Do you make people take their shoes off when they come to your house? Or is it kind of just like a tradition that you guys do? Because some people, they don't necessarily ask their guests to do it, but they do it themselves.
Right. It was culture. I think it's culturally appropriate for some cultures. And I don't know. Like my kids, I can't even get them to wear shoes half the time. They're running out in their bare feet.
Oh, I know. Oh,
coming
my gosh.
in with filthy stuff. But I've got tile floors, so I just kind of hose it out. I'm not too worried about it.
I do remember, though, when I was single. And I knew I was going to somebody's house and they were going to require us to take our shoes off, or it's just something we did. I made sure I had nice, new, clean, white socks that I was wearing. No holes in them or anything like that. Because sometimes I'll wear socks that might have a hole or two in them. So if I was going somewhere, I needed to make sure I have nice, clean socks on.
So what do you do? So I'm curious, maybe that the rule is it would be appropriate if you're having a party and you're going to ask people to take their shoes off, you need to give them a heads up.
Well, I think it
can't be like a surprise shoe taking off rule.
Right. Oh, my gosh. Because you were telling me that you would do it. You would take your shoes off if they asked you to, but you would not be in a good mood the rest of the party.
If that ruined my outfit, and I probably wouldn't go back to the next party they had.
Really?
Because I would just be like, no, I don't want to go because they're going to make me take my shoes off, and I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm terrible.
You were. I don't know if it was who mentioned it, but they said that they wouldn't make them take their shoes off, but they would have them put booties on.
Oh, like they do at open houses?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
The point of those? Those are even worse. So
they would ruin your outfit even more.
I guess if you had a really bad pedicure and you had a surprise shoe taking off party, and so you would want...
I love how you label it a surprise taking your shoes off party. Like the whole party is about us taking your shoes off.
In that point, it would be then you should supply booties to protect the person who's uncomfortable because they wore holy socks and didn't know, or because that their pedicure was not on point, and so they'd rather have the booties on.
I got a great solution.
Okay.
You know how you go to like church or someplace and they have the mask only sections?
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to certain places, they have sections where you have to wear a mask, and then the rest of the section you don't have to wear a mask. So maybe at the parties that you attend, Amanda, they can have a shoe section where you have to stay within the parameters of these people.
Safety gates.
Right. Yeah. Where you can wear your shoes, but you have to stay in this section. The rest of the party that is having fun, we all have our shoes off.
You guys get to go on the carpet.
Right.
I have to stay off the carpet.
Exactly. You're like peeking over. What are they doing over there?
Hey, it's fun.
You're passing your drink. Can you refill this for me, please?
Oh, it's like, you know what it is? Oh my goodness. It's like the pressure, right? It's like what's happening with COVID and vaccinations right now. It's like, okay, well, if you're not going to take your shoes off, then you can't come to the full party.
Right.
It's like the same thing with like, well, if you're not going to get vaccinated, then you can't come to the concert.
Right. Exactly.
It's like the peer pressure. Is that going to be effective?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'd go. Maybe I should. I should learn.
Maybe if you brought like they brought the shoes and they were brand new.
Oh, like bring your look. I brought my slippers.
Yeah.
These are designer slippers.
Right.
They have never been.
They've
outside.
never been worn. You could take your white glove and scrape the bottom of them. I will show you. They would look at you like, okay.
And then you know what they would do? Like, we're never invited her back.
Don't worry, Amanda, about going to that party because you'll never be invited. Yeah.
And that's the end of today's video. All right. Have a great day. Happy Taco Tuesday, Sacramento. All right.